Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
I don't know what this video is.
Well, I just wanted to chat, just chill out with you guys.
I'm trying to watch my Grays in peace.
You can, all you do is watch Grays. You
Well,
can,
yeah.
you can spare a few minutes for the people. Exactly. If this is your first time watching, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications and hit the like button, please and thank you.
Is this gonna be a raw video?
It wouldn't be our first. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up! You're nasty.
Yeah, I don't plan on editing this much at all. So hopefully we don't trip over our words or sound stupid.
Mainly you.
Yeah, mainly me. I don't tend to do good with English. It's not my first language, so excusez-moi. Right. If this is your first time watching, I am Felipe.
Let that Gucci breathe.
And that's my beautiful wife, Vianney. We just finished eating.
We did not finish eating.
We
We're
did not
starting
finish
to eat.
eating. We're starting to eat our dinner. We just finished meal prepping for the week. We are eating our first plates. We got some.
It's about 10:30 at night. We're eating.
Yeah. Current time exactly 10:20. We got some. What do we got here? I cut up a red. Is that like what kind of pepper is that?
Bell
Just
pepper.
a red. Okay, red bell pepper. I cut up a red bell pepper. She used some of it. Okay, I thought she wasn't gonna use
Well,
any.
because we had extra since we weren't using it for the rest of the week.
She made some fries. Cut up some potatoes. This bitch is slanted. I am so sorry.
I made fake fries, but it tricks my mind into thinking they're fries because I cut them
Is that
into...
even?
Not really, but it's okay.
For fuck's sake. You know what? It might be a little slanted. Hopefully, you just put up with whatever.
I just cut up potatoes in fry form
Yeah.
to make myself think they're fries, so
I mean,
still enjoy them.
This is
just as
essentially
much,
what a regular French fry is. It's just a cut up potato with salt.
but you fry them.
Yeah.
I do not fry them, but this is a potato.
It's
A fry is a fried potato.
yeah, but it's like the same thing.
No, it's not. It's fried.
Well, it sure tastes like the same thing.
No, it doesn't taste like the same thing.
Anyways, we got the red pepper, bell pepper, fries, and some little stir fry steak bits. You know, what you would normally use for stir fry, but yeah. I'm gonna. The bitch is falling again. God damn it.
I'm gonna get the tripod.
Yeah. You know what? 1 second, guys. This is the one thing that's gonna be edited. Okay.
God.
Just let me cook. We're back. Put you on the tripod. We are a little more stable now. This dildo-shaped thing is useless. Useless. God, like, why even make it a tripod if it's not even gonna hold still?
Do we still look crooked, or is it just me?
You know what? At this point, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know if you care or not, but, you know, I got me a glass of red. You know, some red wine. I like me my wine. What else do we got here? She's got some... What is it? Blueberry food coloring? Sirocco food coloring. Malibu and a Christmas-themed
I didn't
Sprite.
know it was Christmas themed. I thought it was regular Sprite with a Christmas banner on the label.
Yeah, because it has like a little red stripe on the Sprite bottle, like all Christmas thing, white snowflakes.
It's winter spice cranberry.
Yeah, weird. Any whoosies. Yeah, guys, I just wanted to chop it up with you, you know, kind of update the people what's going on. We did start recording a video on, what day was that?
Thursday, probably.
Yeah, I think it was on Thursday, sometime this past weekend. I had taken.
Oh no, Friday.
Oh yes, it was Friday. I took Thursday and Friday off from work because she had submitted for that way earlier in the year because we were maybe going to attend a wedding that happened this past weekend, but because of scheduling issues and financial stuff, we weren't able to attend the wedding. That wedding would have been Daniel and Ellie Beth's. We have the freaking invitation
It's
on
Nick
the.
and Ellie.
Oh
Why are
yeah,
you saying Daniel?
because it says Daniel on the thing.
Yeah, but he goes by Nick.
Okay, so Nick and Ellie. Ellie's a previous co-worker of hers at Lululemon. Nick was living here on base in the Army. But yeah, they moved away to one of the Carolinas.
Yeah, they're Brad.
Fort Bragg?
Mhm.
Which Carolina is that?
No.
North Carolina. Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Yeehaw. That was weird. Anyways, yeah, we have the wedding invitation on the fridge, but we weren't able to go because we found out we were leaving in December instead of March. So that kind of fucked things up. I hope.
That was the smartest thing financially.
Yeah, we
To
just
not
weren't
spend
going to buy
money.
last minute tickets to go to North Carolina. Or didn't they have it in Texas, right?
No, it was San Antonio at her parents.
Yeah, they had the wedding in San Antonio. I don't know if there's any pictures anywhere.
She's posted a few. It looked nice. They had a good time.
I haven't seen any pictures,
Everything looked really good.
but we really hope you enjoyed your wedding, Ellie and Nick. Congratulations. I mean, they have been married, like we have. They did like a courthouse wedding and stuff, but this is more, the ceremony for family and friends, etc., etc. So it's like, congrats, Still, you guys have. How long have they been married?
They got married at 19. She's like 23, 24 now.
Oh, so they've been married for a few years now, but
And they were dating way before that. So.
yeah, they've been together a long time, been married a while, so, congrats anyways for being able to make a second wedding. Not many people are able to get to that wedding, let alone afford it. Yeah, sorry we couldn't go.
Yeah. I was
Maybe
really looking forward to
maybe next time.
I wanted to go to the after party Menudo thing.
Yeah.
I was really missing that. But it's okay.
You-
I already told her that we'll be moving pretty close, so she can just stop by whenever.
Yeah. What other things did I have on my mind? Oh. Also this weekend we picked up our numbers 300 and 301. We're doing the turkey trot, a little Thanksgiving 5K. We'll be doing Thanksgiving morning around like 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Yeah. And we also picked up. They gave us these masks, or like a tube mask.
Or you can use it as like a head cover, or you can use it as what we plan on using it to cover your nose and mouth because of
Yeah.
how freaking cold it is outside.
So it has multiple uses, right? You got the do-rag function. You could be like Prison Mike, from The Office, or
Why are you trying to put it over your hood?
okay. So just imagine I put it all the way down to my neck, and then I put the top bit like right above my nose. Then it becomes somewhat like of a mask. So you can breathe easier because, as you guys know, it's snowing and shit. Right now, we're kind of in a bit of a cold front where the temperatures are like hitting the negatives every night.
It's weird though because for only for about like 4 or 5 days, it's only gonna stay like in the lower temperatures, like around 5 degrees during the day and the negatives at night. But then it's gonna go back to like 30s,
Yeah.
like midweek, which is weird because it's been the sunniest, but the coldest, and then it's gonna go back to normal.
That's how it happens here in Alaska.
But thankfully, it'll be around like 20s, 30s the day of the race.
That's good.
Because I can't even step outside without my chest like collapsing.
Yeah.
I got really bad lungs. This
Yeah.
would not help if it was 5 degrees the morning of the race.
Yeah. And to anybody who doesn't live in cold climates, you would be surprised how a 20 and like low 30-degree day feels after coming from this negative degree temperature.
Feels so good.
It's like the best thing I can compare it to. I mean, the only thing I've ever known is Florida. So it's like a really sunny day, like 60, high 60s, low 70s, in December in Florida. It's like nice and fresh, not too much humidity, at least in the mornings and afternoons. It's a good day. But if I don't know, it's weird. It feels exactly the same as like a 68-degree day in winter in Florida. But here it's like 7, and you'll just be out there cooling. You could be in a t-shirt, some shorts, brah. It's so weird, but it's so nice. I love it.
Even with the sun out right now, like during the day, the 5-degree weather does not feel bad. It's at night we're kind of struggling to function.
I sure was feeling it earlier when we went to the commissary to get groceries. From the car to the commissary, I was suffering.
Oh. Well, when the sun's like really on you,
yeah,
it doesn't feel bad at all. It just feels like the normal 20-degree weather, but once it gets to night, that's when it hurts.
Yeah.
Like your face burns.
Yeah, it's just straight pain when it gets down below 10 and into the negatives. So bad. What's next on the docket list? Let me think.
We're almost out of here.
Oh yes, we are almost out of here.
You're so sad.
We are. I got the notification in my work email. We are 39 days away from departing Joint Base Ellendorf-Richardson, aka Alaska, and making our way to Italy. If you don't know,
well, Florida and then Italy.
Yes, we're making our journey to Italy. As I was gonna say, if you don't know, if this is your first time watching, I'm in the Air Force. She's a civilian, obviously. I am PCSing to Aviano Air Base in Italy, and it's very exciting. We'll be 45 minutes, an hour away from Venice. It'll be the end of my 3 years here, and we'll be starting another 3 years over there. But yeah, we're leaving at the end of December, 29th of December to be exact. We'll be staying home for 2 weeks, 13 days-ish. Excuse me. And... Excuse you!
Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
Anyways, yeah, we'll do the little 2 weeks back home, say our hellos and goodbyes to family and friends. And I mean goodbyes as in we're not coming back. Literally.
Well, for quite a long time, but I think we're gonna be back.
Well, yes, we'll be back in America at some point. It's just we're not going back home for at least 3 years.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Alaska.
Oh.
I was talking about Alaska.
Oh no, I was talking about America.
Oh.
We'll probably be back to Alaska. Yeah, we'll be back. We do like it here, honestly.
We've talked about future plans here.
Yeah, there are definitely future plans that we have kind of sort of in place, rough ideas of ending up back here one day. To be honest, Alaska is not bad. It's not a bad place to end your life on. Well, not like die.
That sounded so bad.
It's not a bad place to retire. That's all I'm saying. That's what I meant. But anyways, that's not the point. Yes, we'll be back in Alaska, and we will be back in America, like I was going to say, in no earlier than 3 years. To any family or friends that might question our decision, because I've heard a few questions here and there, like, why would you do that? Don't you want to come home? Like, don't you miss us?
No, I'm just kidding. No, we miss you, but...
The short answer is no, but the long answer is yes, we miss you, but why the fuck would I want to go home that I've lived in my entire life and that I keep going to like once or twice a year, spending my money, our money, when we can all just have you guys come to us out in Europe, in Italy, where we can have new experiences, travel new places. Don't you see where I'm going with that? Like, why would I ever want to go home? Home sucks. In comparison, at least.
We'll definitely make a few trips to home within 3 years, but it's not going to be as often as how we are now.
I was not aware of that. I meant like 0 trips home. I don't plan on going home.
There's definitely going to be some trips going home.
Well, I was not expecting that. I was planning on not going home at all because I feel like, I don't know, I thought that's what we said. Well, okay, maybe they'll be like...
It's gonna end up happening. There's no way that we're just not gonna go home for 3 years.
I don't care to go home, honestly. But, whatever, I guess that can be a discussion for another time, if it ever comes up. Yeah, man, we're almost out of here. We have the little to-do checklist over there. We gotta ship her car. We gotta pack the house because the packing people are coming on December 6th to take everything. Today's the 20th.
2 weeks.
Yeah, so we should get on that soon. I need to make our hotel reservation to stay in for the last like 10 days that we'll be living here. I need to make the appointment to turn in the house and the keys. What's over there? We need to wait for her visa to come through. She needs a visa to be in Italy. We sent off all the paperwork, but you know, it's just a waiting game. Gotta wait for that shit to happen. Last thing on the checklist, I gotta sell, sadly, my car.
Thank God.
We've had a lot of good memories in that car.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Specifically in the back seat.
Shut up! My goodness. I'm just kidding. It's not meant for Alaska.
Yeah, it's not ideal for Alaska, but like any other place ever, almost. Yeah. It's a great car.
There's nothing wrong with it. It sucks here.
Yeah.
It's a death trap.
If it was a death trap, I'd be dead already. I mean,
You've been close.
I've come close, but I'm not dead. Yeah, unfortunately, I will be selling my car. We're just gonna keep her car. It's most ideal, 4-wheel drive SUV.
We need this.
Like we've said in past
children.
Yeah, like we've said in past videos, we plan on starting a family out in Italy, so SUV and that kind of vibe is most ideal. Yeah, I don't know. Sometime soon, I'm gonna have to make sure that my car is sold. That'll be a sad day because the way I manifested that car and loved it so dearly, it's gonna be tough to make that breakup, but it'll be okay. On to bigger and better things. What's next on the docket list? What else do I have? Did you have anything?
I'm leaving work in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, she's about to quit Lululemon.
I don't want to talk too much about that though, because I'll probably start crying. So we're not going to get into that too much, but I am leaving.
Yep, she is.
I have. Oh my God, has it been 2 weeks yet? Okay, no. I gotta put in my official 2 weeks as of next week. So the 29th. I decided that I'm leaving the 13th.
Man, December 13th will be her last day. Potentially working a normal job for
probably the rest of my life if this goes well.
The hope is that
so I'm hoping YouTube goes well, but it's also sad because I've been working since I was like 14 and that's just kind of been my life. Like I like working, I like making my own money. I've never really been like dependent on people. Even like while I was still living at home, that's just how I was growing up.
She doesn't even like taking my money. Well, that's debatable at this point because every other day she's like, I just want to quit my job and you can just give me money.
Yeah, I say that all the time, but like it's just nice like not having to rely on people and having your own kind of money, and I've just always been that kind of person because I mean, like I just said, that's how I was raised, not to like always depend on people or like my parents or anything. So
Yeah.
I've been working for years, so it's sad and weird to just.
I mean, you'll still be working.
Leave.
It's just not the traditional sense of work.
Yeah, I know, but like the whole reason why I don't want to leave Lulu is because like the work that I am doing, which is social media, I'm like by myself. I'm isolated, and especially like moving to a whole new country, like now I gotta start all over again the way that I had to coming here to Alaska. And
That's
like
the life
I'm
you signed
really
up for.
by
when you-
myself now in Italy, considering social media is my job, and that's just something you do from home, and like
Yeah.
just
Well,
do
you don't
whatever.
necessarily have to do it all from home. You know, you can get out, make your videos and shit.
no, well, yeah, I'm just saying like the work life is definitely
Yeah.
completely different, and the work life that I've been doing the past few years is like what I've enjoyed because that's essentially like all the people I have around me. Like my work people are the only people I have here besides you. So like it is completely different and weird
Yeah,
to not do that anymore once we leave.
yeah. Well, hopefully, by the end of 2027, we'll be in a good spot with this YouTube thing to be able to make it our full time, continue on about our lives, and keep going with our plan A in life. And maybe if that happens, you won't be so sad about not working ever again.
Well, once I got a shit ton of money, yeah, I won't care about not working again. But it's still weird in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a bit.
It'll be alright. It'll be alright. But yeah, as we stand right now, we're at like, what, 2,415? Right?
I haven't checked recently.
Yeah. 2415. So, we're close to 2,500, which means we're also close to 3,000. So, like I said earlier, if you're new, hopefully you've hit that subscribe button by now. If you haven't, please do that. And, you know, share us with family, friends if you like us. Hopefully you do. We're chill people, man. Just, you know. Fist bump.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of weird, but I feel like I'm funny sometimes. Just a little bit.
Sometimes.
Yeah. My last thing that I really wanted to talk about. Honestly, I told her, like, we didn't even plan on recording. This is just kind of like a last second thing that I wanted to do. And she had no warning about this. But by the title of this video, we've come a long way. I think that's what I'm going to make it. It'll be some variation of that, if not that. If you have any thoughts to input, I'm sure I would like to hear it. I'm sure they would like to hear it as well. Essentially, the past few weeks, maybe like the last month or so, there's been like two little issues, two little road bumps, you know, because that kind of stuff happens in a relationship and marriages. And I forgot what the first one. Oh, yeah, I know what the first one was. Yeah,
I don't know where this is going at all.
Yeah, like I told you, there's literally, she knows nothing about this. But
What are you talking about?
the point is, I'm proud of how far we've come from the beginning of our relationship to right now.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
all I really want to point out. Starting our relationship, well, depends where you consider that starting point. Depends where you think the starting point is.
Let's go technical.
Okay, if we're going technically, we're coming up on our third year here at the end of December.
Which is another crazy thing. Our anniversary is the 28th, and we're leaving the 29th.
Yeah, that's kind
So
of
we
funny.
can't even really, like, enjoy our anniversary.
Yeah.
because we got a dip. We're gonna be on a plane all day, and then we're going home, and
Yeah.
we're
We're leaving.
We'll take a day to ourselves back home, but we're not really gonna have time to like celebrate as much.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We're not really going to be able to do Christmas that much either because we'll be in a hotel room, like I said earlier. So it's like
we're out of here.
We can't get a tree. We can't really do anything. So if we do Christmas, it'll have to be like small things that we can like fit in our bag or even wear. Like, you know, it won't be that much for Christmas. Good idea. Maybe we should just send the better gifts back home and just like do a Christmas part 2 there. Unless you just want to do like little gifts and call it a day.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, okay.
We don't need to talk about that on the video. That's not worth it.
Point is, I'm proud of how far we've come from technically.
Well, because we gotta go technical. Because before that, there's not much to talk about. Everybody knows the story. It's not like we were.
Not everybody. And not everybody knows the full story either.
Yeah. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, the full story is yet to come.
It's not that much different than what we said.
The real story.
There was just some tweaks in there.
Yeah.
That were adjusted.
There were some tweaks and takeouts.
There was like no more than 3.
I'd say there was at least 3. But we're getting sidetracked. So, right, we started dating December 28th.
Hello.
The 29th is in my head a lot because that's the day we leave. But yeah, the 28th of December, 2020. We're coming up on our 3rd year, like I've said like 3 times already. And yeah, we've just come a long way. To start our relationship, she was fresh out of one of, if not the most toxic relationships I've personally ever seen. So, right off the bat, I'm kind of burdened with this, like, trying to navigate that, I guess you could say, because she's used to all this toxicity and, like, dealing things in a toxic way. So, it's just, like, it was really hard to cross that bridge when it comes to conflict resolution. Towards the beginning of our relationship, and honestly, for like the first year, maybe even year and a half.
Yeah, because it was so hard after I moved here.
Yeah.
I'd say up until like December after I moved, and I moved in July.
Yeah.
That's when it was so.
So honestly, for basically the first 2 years of our relationship. So for most of our relationship.
We're not even at 3 yet.
Yeah, it's been hard with the conflict resolution thing because, like I said, her previous relationship wasn't great, so that's really all she's used to and knows how to deal with. So
I'm also just a girl and I'm Hispanic, so I love to argue.
You know,
I will argue no matter what.
Mexican women, y'all really like to bicker, and not even Mexican specifically, Hispanic women, y'all really just. You don't know when to shut the fuck up. You don't know when to shut the fuck up.
It's fun.
I don't find it fun.
But
I hate drama.
In a relationship, it's different.
I hate drama, so it's not my ideal scenario when shit hits the fan. But yeah, I can't even say towards the beginning. So for the first 2 years of our relationship, conflict resolution was really like, honestly, my nightmare. It was really my nightmare. Like, whenever shit would hit the fan, I was like, I wasn't even mad at whatever was happening. I was just mad at the fact that, damn, now we're probably not even going to talk for like 3, 4, maybe even 5 days. Like, that's how bad it was. Because...
Yeah. With me living in Florida and here.
Yeah, because for the first, what was it, a year and a half, right? Yeah, for the first year and a half of our relationship, we were long distance. So it's like very easy to go that long. You can just hang up the phone and not text the other person. Like, we would go days at a time without talking, and even when we did get to talking, the skills, weren't exactly there on how to resolve a conflict, because she had a way of doing it, I had a way that I wanted to do it, what I felt was more healthy and clear. So it was, like I said, it's been very hard to cross that bridge. But yeah, even when she moved here, it kind of re-aggravated the wound because
well, it was different because we were going into a whole different environment. Everything like not I'm not saying that like I regret anything that we did or feel that we should have done anything different, but like we did get married at like a young age that most people don't do. Like we got married at 19, 20 and then moved here shortly after. That wasn't even us being together for 2 years yet. So like everything was pretty tight. There was just like so much happening. It was his first relationship. I was out of a very toxic relationship. We were immediately long distance, which was different for the both of us, especially like with that being his first relationship.
Yeah.
And
I look, I regret nothing about our relationship, but if I had to point something out that I did wrong at some point, it was starting a relationship and then being long distance within 12 hours. Actually, within 24 hours.
Yeah, it was.
Like that's quite possibly the worst thing you could do when you
literally
start a
like
relationship.
our goodbye was our okay, we're doing this. Like that was the official start of our relationship. Was the moment that we were saying bye for him to leave for BMT.
Yeah.
So it was immediate that we went into a long distance, and then got married, like a year and a half ish after, and then I moved here, like 2 months later.
Yeah.
So it's like us never really getting to like experience like a long time with each other like in person. Like obviously we were with each other almost every day before he left, or like even the moment that we started talking again. So like, we were always with each other, but obviously it's different when you're in a relationship. So and also living with somebody is completely different than being in a relationship with somebody.
So
it's
many
just
things to adjust to.
a lot happened within a
Yeah.
year and a half. So that also just kind of set things off. We were adjusting to how to live with each other, how to go about the relationship, me coming out of a very toxic headspace. There was just so much happening. But it took a little bit to get past. But there was definitely a lot of factors that like just didn't help and made things really hard. So there was a lot of road bumps in there.
Yeah. Her moving here, living with someone for the first time, honestly being around each other for an extended period of time, other than like, a day of like hanging out like we would back home. A lot of things to just like learn from and experience. It's experience. And what was it, last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so last night, we had this issue that we ran into this past weekend, and it wasn't fun, but by the end of the conversation, like everything was all good. And like that's what I'm trying to say. That's been my whole point this whole time. Like we've come such a far and long way, and I'm so proud of us, but I'm also so proud of her because our main roadblock has been I mean I don't want to like make it seem
it's
like
me. I know. I'm aware of how I.
I don't know what the last thing I said was before the camera cut off. Apparently there's a 30-minute limit on how much it records. I will start back from.
You were saying how you were proud of me.
Yes. I didn't want to make it seem like everything is her fault, but she has come a long way, which is the main point. She has come a long way from where we started to how much she's worked to get where she is now, to be able to, I guess, put things to the side, set aside, the same thing, set aside her pride, and be able to recover.
Which was the hardest part.
Yeah, setting aside her pride has been her
coming
biggest
from
issue.
Somebody who loves to argue. I don't
Yeah.
care who you are. I am right no matter what.
Yeah.
And also just because, like, I don't know. Just the relationship I was in before just really screwed me up for a bit when it came to those kinds of things. So
Yeah.
arguing was my thrill. because I knew I was right in previous relationships. Like, I didn't argue just for the hell of it, but there was a lot of arguments and just a lot going on. But yeah, I love to argue, so definitely setting my pride to the side was the hardest part.
Yeah.
But
and
I did it. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
For the
say
most part.
I wouldn't say kind of. You've definitely done it. I would say you've done it at this point. Based on how last night and the time before went, you've done it. I will give you your credit. The time before this past weekend, I let her know, like, I am so proud of her. I'm proud of her. I love her. And honestly, I found it really attractive. Like, to I don't know, that's something that you want. Not even as a man, but just like in a relationship in general. Just being able to get past things and realize that while you are arguing about something, they're not your enemy. You guys are both mad about something, and there's a common goal, which is to resolve it. Let's resolve it and, get past the issue and move on. Learn and move on.
Especially in a married relationship. Like,
Yeah.
you two aren't going nowhere. Y'all are stuck. Like,
We are legally
what
bound.
are you gonna do?
So we can't
Unless
just,
it's like some real bad situations where, like, if somebody's cheating or whatever, like, stuff to that extent, then that's different. But, like, if it's really just, like, some petty stuff or, like, one small little thing that can really just be resolved over, like, one discussion, then you gotta let it go.
Yeah.
It's not that serious. Like, it's not worth going past the next day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's really it, honestly. I just wanted to give you guys an update on how our day-to-day life is going. We got the 5K. We got all this. We're finishing up with, getting out of Alaska, heading out to Italy. And yeah, I just wanted to make a public announcement. No, not really. It's not an announcement.
I think announcement would be the closest thing.
I just wanted to recognize openly, not just between ourselves, but like I just want to know, let you guys in on how far we've come, because while we do seem like a goofy, happy, fun couple, things might seem perfect all the time. It's not.
It took a lot of work to get to where we are.
Yeah, no relationship is perfect.
Honestly, like, I don't want to say we're perfect.
No.
Because, like, obviously you're never going to have a marriage to where there is absolutely nothing that comes up. Because if that's the case, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that's not normal. Like, you're going to have...
You definitely have to butt heads.
You're going to have hiccups in your relationship for sure. But we're perfect in a way that, like, we know what to do now. We know how to solve things.
We understand what the common goal is.
And that's truly all you need.
Yeah, that's really all you need. Somewhat of a side note, I'm going to make it quick. I don't even know why I'm saying this, to be honest, but it's kind of relevant. I feel like we've had the conversation before, or it was like in a game or something happened where it came up, that I don't necessarily believe that soulmates are real. I believe that you might have multiple people that you can have a long-term relationship with. It's just how bad do you want it? That's the real question. Not is there a soulmate, it's how bad do you want it? How bad do you love this person? How bad do you want it to work? How hard are you willing to go? How far are you willing to go? Like, those are the questions you need to ask. Like, are they worth it that much? And if the answer to all of those...
Sorry.
If the answer to all of those is yes, or to even one of those is yes, I would say just, hey, shoot your shot, man. Shoot your shot. Because if you want it bad enough, if you love that person, well, I don't know if love is all it takes. Because it takes more than love. Because there will be days that you just, like, you hate that person's guts. It's just, like, you need to, like, is it worth losing it all? I guess that's another one of those questions. Is this worth giving up over whatever bullshit is happening? With the exception of cheating. If there's cheating, infidelity, shit like that going on, cut that bitch or cut that guy off. Let him die in fire. He deserves it. Or she deserves it. But if it's like minor arguments and shit like that, like, just, there's a common goal. You guys...
At least there should be.
Yes, there should be a common goal to keep it going. And as long as you guys can work through stuff and get to that keep it going goal, you got you a good one. That's really all you should hope for and want in a relationship. But yeah, I'm proud of us. We've come a long way. You've come a long way. She's had her faults. I've had mine. And we will continue to have them. But, you know, that's life. That's relationships. That's marriage.
Yeah.
And...
It's never going to be easy.
What was it? I've said for the longest time, anytime shit comes up, since the beginning of our relationship, I've always said, I'm not here for the rainbows and fairy tale bullshit. Mm-hmm. Because the honeymoon phase, what you might want to call it, like, it's cool and all, but that's not what a relationship is. That's not what you should want. That's not how life works. What I've always wanted, I say that I hate drama, but I like the bullshit. I like it in a way where it's like, when you get to the end of whatever thing went wrong, you're still together at the end of the day, you still love each other, and you learned. That's what I love. I love the growth, I love the work. And, like I said, that's the kind of shit that you should want. That's the kind of shit that you should hope for. Because that's the only way to make a long-lasting relationship and marriage. That's just the facts.
And also just being best friends.
Yes, best friends helps also. Because being best friends...
That's what makes it fun. And like...
Yeah.
Just...
So it makes it fun. And that's what makes
alive.
It easier. That's what makes it easier too. Because as best friends, you kind of... You have that open line of communication to be able to just, like, say whatever's on your mind. Because if you don't have that comfortability... You're going to be like, you know, you'll be hesitant. So.
Yeah. As crappy as the situations that happened before we were dating were, it's like, it's also nice that the few things that came up did happen because we kind of already experienced, like, how to just talk about things. And just because, like, since we were best friends at that time, it doesn't matter what we say to each other. Like, we're just friends. But we were already kind of open with each other at that point about anything, and like we knew that you just gotta say it. Nothing's gonna get resolved or anything if you don't speak up. So yeah, that definitely helps. Before, that's why, like, you gotta give yourself time before going into a relationship, whether you've known the person for a long time or not. Like, you have to give each other time to build that friendship and create that connection, because that's what's gonna make the relationship fun. Like, it just makes things so much easier. And if you don't have that, then I feel like things would just get hard throughout the relationship. And it's better to just get all of that done with in the beginning and learn how to go through certain things, rather than spending years with the person, like, barely learning who they are or how they handle things or how they need to handle things. So being best friends definitely helps. Or just having, like, a good period of time before you guys start dating, about really talking about things and really just building that connection before you make it official, or talk about, like, future plans with each other.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
Okay. We're still recording.
Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this one.
See, this is why I want to start a podcast, guys.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little secret.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future.
A little.
But I want to start a podcast so bad.
Yeah, she's been talking about that a lot lately. And maybe we'll get into it. I mean, without editing, you guys would probably be watching hours upon hours of us.
God, we can talk
shit.
forever.
Yeah, we can talk.
We can
forever.
talk for so many and about so many topics.
Yeah, that's why we're best friends, because we just talk all day. Like if we really just sit here, we will talk your fucking ears off.
Yeah.
Like I might even tell myself to shut the fuck up. Like oh god, but
Yeah.
you know more on that later. If we get there, more on that later. We'll see. We'll see.
Future plans.
Yeah, that's gonna do it though. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, you know, you took some good advice out of this. We are young, but we are experiencing.
We've learned a lot, which is weird because
we are experiencing a lot.
We can look at a lot of relationships between older people who have been married, divorced, together for years, and we can still speak on that, which is weird, but like we've gone through a lot, and considering like how fast or like how soon things kind of started between us, we had to learn fast on like how to go about things and just life in general and marriage. Like yeah, we're 21, but at the same time we've within the last 2.5 years we've gone through probably just as much as anybody else who's gotten married in like their 20s or 30s. So yeah, we know a little bit of what we're talking about.
Yeah. We're cool. That's the point. We're the cool kids sitting at the cool kids table. I'm getting weird.
No, you're not. Nope. You belong outside
Act like
the
you didn't
table.
just hear that. Act like you didn't just hear that. See, that's what I mean. Sometimes I get a little weird. Yeah.
We're a few drinks in. Sorry.
Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you have the post notifications turned on. And if you haven't already, hit the like button. That'd be very nice of you. We'll see you guys next time. I don't know what the next video will be, but
something random.
we will figure it out. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Have a nice life. Okay. Yeah. Yep. All right, that's your tongue. That's your tongue. That's your tongue.
Why do you do it to me, but I can't do it to you? Eat
Yeah.
my boogies.
I don't want you.
There you
You are so nasty.